Hey, 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 hey! Happy Wednesday! I've got my watch on, don't know what day it is. I'm just gonna, I do this every time. Why don't I get ready? I'm pulling up the comments so that when you comment, I can answer you. And not just be talking to myself the whole time, which I'm also a fan of. I don't mind that. So bear with Impact Lounge. Here is me on the video. So it must be working. So I can talk and it will be okay. Marvellous. Newest activity, that's me. Here I am. Great. Hello, how are you doing? Right, now I can see who's coming, babe. Now I can see who's watching and who is commenting. So that's good. I'm live. Do you want to be on the video?
Doing what?
I'm just talking. If you come in, you will be live to billions.
Oh, I can't say hi.
Oh, my husband's coming. Special treat. Let's see if we can. When he goes, you can look at his bum. Come on in.
Yeah, that's why
No, he won't come in.
Anyway.
There's.
Are you actually? Right? Yeah, I'm good.
I'm on Facebook Live. You're just a
Facebook
blur
Live.
in the back.
No worries. Cool.
Do you need anything? Are you ready?
Yeah, ready.
All right, 5 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Love you, babe. Okay, so. Now I've forgotten what I was going to say. No, I haven't. I never forget my own story. You can't forget your own story. That is important, actually. Look. Okay. Hello. I'm going to go live every day this week, right? Because I make a point of answering every comment and every DM and every email. Anytime that anyone takes the time to thank me for a keynote or get in touch with me and tell me how they have decided to be 10% braver, I honour that by responding. But it is Wednesday. I have been replying since Saturday. I am getting up at 6 to do an extra half hour on social. There are so many and I am overwhelmed. No, I am whelmed. I'm not overwhelmed. That's like on the floor. I am whelmed by your generosity and by the way you show up. So I want to honour that, but I'm going to do it by going live every day in this group so that I can just say thank you. Just say thank you. And also encourage you. So let me just jump back on here because everyone's pinging me now on messages. Leave a message in the chat and I'll answer it there. I've got not enough eyes to look all over. So I wanted to talk about fear and bravery and success. First of all, the 10% Braver Challenge, for those of you who've been invited or weren't there, it's totally free. You don't have to do it, but it is literally me walking with you as your coach, giving you a kind kick up the bottom. I don't know what this is. It's a kind kick up the bottom. That's what I mean. Every day for 4 days. So if that's something that you are ready for, now listen, it's not for everyone, right? Because you have to be 10% braver to do this. I'm asking you to do videos, to post a message in the group, to make a commitment, to write something down. You know, it's not for the faint heart. But the reason I have very carefully crafted that entire journey is twofold. One, it's so that I can walk with you. That's the whole point. You know, I know it's video content, but I have recorded it after years of collating information and pulling together people's questions and answers and queries and feelings in order to develop something that moves the needle. And people who've been through this challenge talk about the difference it has made in their personal life, in themselves, in their family, in the way they see themselves at home, in their work. So it makes a huge difference. It's my roadmap to how I got here. Ta-da! I've brushed my hair today. Do you like it? So that's the first reason. The second reason is I can't be with you all the time. I can't walk with you. Like personally, I can't be. And that is a massive frustration to me because I just want to be with everyone all the time and I can't do it. So this is the way that I can show up for you. These lives and that 10% Braver campaign. So please, the 10% Braver Challenge, I'll put a link in this. Please do join it. It is designed for you. And the world is waiting for the unique gift that only you can give. So stop being a selfish cow. Sign up. Selfish cow in the fact that you're keeping everything good about yourself to yourself. Everyone who's doing videos, you are the prize winners this week. And you know what's interesting is when you do a video, we always do this. This is any woman anywhere getting up to do a keynote or do a video when they haven't done it a load. It goes like this. Hi, I'm sorry about the mess. Oh, I'm sorry about my hair. I'm sorry about the cat. I'm sorry I've got children. I'm sorry I'm taking up space. We apologise. We apologise straight away for just being there. You know, like if someone bumps into you and you say sorry, it's like, sorry. I tell my kids, what does sorry mean? And they have to recite, sorry means I deeply regret my part in the incident and I sincerely hope it never happens again. You can't deeply regret your part in the incident if your part in the incident is having a life. Yeah, my background is, this is what it looks like. I've got a jacket thrown over that chair today. I've got the curtains half open. The dog runs in and out. That's my life. Don't like it, don't look. You know, other sausages are available. So as long as you're showing up as your authentic self, I mean, it's liberating. It's liberating. So when you are doing these videos, when you introduce yourself on a video and you're on the challenge, here's my 10% braver challenge for you. Try and say hello without apologising for anything. Just try that. That's today's challenge. Say hello with no apologies. Sorry about my backdrop. Sorry, I haven't got my lipstick in. Sorry, I have got my lipstick on. Sorry, no, nothing. Sorry, I've written it backwards. Sorry, no, just be you. And there was one lady, sorry, I can't remember your name, who said she was going to do a video, but she was on a dog walk and she kept meeting people. I would love to see that video. I'm just like, and yeah, hi, I'm just on Facebook. I'll be a minute. Hey, oh, nice dog. No, Rover. No, that's Fenton. That'll be a great video. You should do that. I take my dog for a walk, and I've got a borrowed dog. Let me go get him so you can see him. Archie, come. Good boy. Hop, on the chair. Hop. Get, you have to go round. You have to go round. This side. Here. Hop. Okay, so not the smartest of dogs. Come here. Hop. Come and sit on my knee. Oh, my darling. Be careful. Come here. Hop. Oh. See, I'm not lying. I own a hound. Go on. I don't own him. Let me just, if you're running it out. Okay. Yeah, he's very excited. He's a medical detection dog. I don't own him. I'm his foster mum, and I drop him off when I do the school run at work, and he sniffs loads of things. He's a bio dog, but he can sniff, I think, COVID, diabetes, when your blood sugar's high. He literally saves lives. Amazing dog. Also very excitable. Totally lost my train. Menopause brain. Embrace it. So 10% Brave is something that I've designed for you. It is the thing that everyone asks me about all the time, wrapped up in 4 videos so that you can start. It's not going to make everything better, but it is going to help you get on the journey to actually changing your life. Hey sis, how you doing? Hey Victoria, that's my sister. Hey Victoria, how you doing? And Cassandra, yeah, I know that whole thing of other sausages are available is so important. It's like you don't go into, like, I'm expensive as a speaker, right? I'm either very expensive or free. I don't do anything in the middle, right? And I'm expensive because 1, I'm brilliant. 2, speaker of the year. Clearly I'm not making up that I'm brilliant. 3, that's the audience I appeal to. When I was cheaper, I was being asked to go all over all the time, and my own well-being, I can't do it. So price is a barrier, because if you want a certain type of speaker, then you pay a certain type of money. What's interesting is I don't go into Gucci, right, and say, what's going on? I want a handbag for 15 quid. They're only 15 quid in Primark. Why are yours so expensive? Give me one of these for 15 quid. No, Gucci's not for me. I don't want a Gucci handbag. That's not who I am. I am happy with I did just buy a bag actually that was £25, which is really expensive for a bag in my mind. But I like bags. So I buy a lot of bags. So if I buy expensive ones, I can only have 1 or 2 and I want loads. So the whole thing is, I don't make a fuss about Gucci doing what they do. They do what they do for a different crowd. It's not for me. What's for me are people who are saying, like Bays. I've just bought a bag from Bays as well. You see, don't get me started on my bag addiction. Like Bays, they have bags and they have a community around it. And I like being part of the community. So if it's not for me, then that's fine. If I'm not for you, then that's fine. I want to be Marmite. In fact, when I was on The Apprentice, I was describing myself and I said, I'm Marmite. And they said, oh, well, the BBC, we can't have advertising. I said, oh, I'm a well-known vegetable extract. And I either want people to go, oh my God, Jazz, you're exactly the sort of person that I want to be around. You're what I need in my life. I want to work with you. I want to do alongside you. I want to be part of your world. Jazz world. It's like Peppa Pig world, but no height restrictions. Jazz world. I want to be part of Jazz world. Like, because I want to be part of Jazz world. It's so much fun. That's great. If people see me and go, oh, you're too much. If I'm too much, then feel free to go and find someone who is less than I am. But for me, in my experience, you're too much, or I'm not ready. That's another one. I'm not brave enough. It's not that you can't do it. You can't do it yet. So I'm not brave enough yet to be 10% braver. That's fine. That's fine. But own it. Don't say, I can't, it's not possible. Say, I'm not brave enough yet. Because when you are brave enough, it'll be an easier transition for you. When you are finally brave enough to leave that relationship that you know is doing you in, when you're finally brave enough, it'll be easier for you to forgive yourself if you own now that you're currently not brave enough. I'm speaking from personal experience here. Okay, I was divorced before I met and married Ed, and it was particularly awful. And so I know that journey of rebuilding. I keep forgetting what I'm talking about. It's the pressure of being live and having an overactive dog and an underactive hormone ovary. I think one of my ovaries is smaller. Don't know why you need to know that information, because I had a scan and she said, oh, you're perimenopausal, one of your ovaries is smaller, but the other one's still working. So I am half perimenopausal. Anyway, so the 10% Braver Challenge is there to help you be 10% braver. It's like me living with you. And can you imagine? I mean, look, this is me unscripted. This is full fat jazz. Can you imagine this 24/7? I mean, I sleep most of the day, but, you know, on the minutes that I am awake. That's first thing. Also, the t-shirt is still there. You can take the t-shirt. I mean, I was sending a few people like 10% braver, £10 off. I'll send a few people a voucher. And then I thought, no, everyone has to have one. So now I'm going to send it to Carlton and Susie, if you're a Tropic hero. I'm going to send it to them so they can share it with you. But if you want one, if you want to share it with anyone at all in Tropic, or if you're in this group, it's absolutely fine. I'll put it in this link and do use it. I think it runs till the end of Easter. So you've got time to get yourself a 10% braver or other t-shirt. Success and bravery and failure and reframing. I know what you see when you look at me is, oh, look at Jazz, so doesn't she look like Beyonce? And is I know you don't think that. I think that enough for both of us. And isn't she great? And isn't she confident? And isn't she got it all together? No, all those things are not true. I am not confident. I am comfortable. I've said this before. I'm comfortable with things going wrong. I'm comfortable with who I am. I am not afraid. And that is what gives me the edge of being able to say, other sausages are available. If you don't like this, go find someone else. I'm Marmite. I am a well-known vegetable extract. I can advertise. I'm Marmite. I'm Marmite. If you don't like me, that's fantastic. Let's find out soon. And I wish you well. And let me give you 20 other people that are totally different to me that you can go and connect with. I'm not, you know, I'd love everyone to like me. Of course I would. I'm a total people pleaser. But I can't control how you feel. There's like things I control and things I can't. And this is not something I control. I can control how I show up. And I choose to show up as 10% braver. That's completely within my control. I can't control many things, but I can control that. More on that later. We're going to do a live on that later. I do plan my lives. I just go off on tangents. So the comments and the posts and the people talking about themselves and introducing yourself, I'm just going to pull a few out because I'm so impressed. First of all, Jill Robertson, you rock. I mean, you are already on the 10% Braver Challenge. My new challenge to you is do a video without saying sorry at the beginning. I'm watching you. Also, Caroline Shaw, I love your video. I love how authentic you are. I've got this phrase, professionally vulnerable, personally authentic. And, you know, everybody wants authenticity, but nobody wants to be vulnerable. And the secret source of authenticity is vulnerability. If you're authentic, but you're not vulnerable, you are Donald Trump, right? I think I've mentioned him twice now in lives. Donald Trump fan club or anything. But he is totally authentic. You know, it's like when they did that, there was a headline once he said Africa was like poo-hole countries. I don't like to swear. Poo-hole countries. And it was like, you know, headline. But the headline for me is like, racist man says something racist. It's not news. It's not news. It's just like, it's like he's totally authentic. He never pretended to be a fan of disabled people or women or anyone who was brown or gay. I mean, he's never pretended to be on their side. So it's not surprising when he says these things. That's how he feels. That's who he is. That's authenticity with no vulnerability. Because if you watch him, he can't use the word weakness. I think he did it in a speech once. He was talking about it makes us look weak, and he spits the word out because he cannot show any vulnerability at all. Complete wuss. Not brave at all. Because he cannot be vulnerable. He just can't do it. It's just like, I'm not going there. I mean, obviously he's got, you know, issues to work through. I'm trying to have empathy here. But obviously, you know, that's what it looks like right down the road where you've gone so far down a story, there is no turning back. No matter how far you are down the wrong road, this is the best time to turn around right now. Because this is the time that you can change. That's why 10% Braver is not some, you know, nice to have and you don't pay for it. It's every human deserves that. And it is literally the way of being that I have embraced. So it's fine. I don't mind if people don't like it. I genuinely am happy about that. If you, because for me, when I'm speaking, so if you don't like me, you don't like how I cross, and I used to be a photographer as well, and I'm like, people say, we want a nice, quiet photographer to go around the edge. I'm like, yeah, don't book me. I'm going to jump right in, make people laugh and get great photos. That's how I work. If you don't like me and you don't, that's fantastic news. That means right at the beginning, you can go do something else. Because if you don't like me and we end up working together, you're going to be miserable. I'm going to feel bad because you're miserable. It's going to be a whole heap of pain. So it's much better that people go, you're not for me. I'm like, oh, okay, great. It's like there are billions of people on the planet. I can find 10 to be friends with, surely. So I don't worry about that. And it's not really this idea of being fearful of being seen. That's not what you're scared of. You're not scared of people seeing you. You're scared of people seeing you and judging you in the same harsh way that you judge yourself. And I've got to tell you, and we did this at Tropic on Saturday, nobody judges you with as much vitriol. Is that a word, vitriol? Vitriol, new word, hatred, critique, lack of compassion. No one else judges you or thinks anything about you as bad as you think about yourself. So the fear is, what if they say the same things to me that I say to me? And the way out of that is stop slagging yourself off. As my dear old nan used to say, there's plenty of other buggers to slag you off. You don't need to be one of them. It's that whole idea of how we expect people to react because of what we know. Remember, most of us are walking around. Look at Tropic on Saturday. I asked who feels like an imposter or feels like they're not good enough. Every single frigging hand. I made everyone look round and say, what? You're not special. Because everybody feels that. But the thing is, when you walk into a room or when you walk out on stage or when you walk out and make an invitation, people are looking at you going, God, they're brave. I wouldn't do that. So they already think you're brave. Just don't give them any reason to doubt it. You know, it's like that people are too busy worrying about how they're coming across to notice or think about your backstage insecurities about how you're coming across. We're so self-absorbed. And even when they do, even when people say, oh, Jazz, I mean, no one's ever said, oh, Jazz, your hair's a mess or your teeth aren't straight or you go off on tangents. They might have said that. Maybe I didn't listen. Or, I don't know, I'm trying to think of some critique. I'm trying to think of critique. Oh, a few years ago, quite a few years ago, about 20 years ago, I was speaking and one of my evaluations said, I had 199, 200 people, 199. Oh my God, that was amazing. Oh, and the speaker was too self-indulgent. Now, because I take everything personally, I was gutted with that, and I cancelled my talks for the next 2 weeks. I literally said I can't do it. It was years ago, but I was, because one person said that I was self-indulgent, and for me, I've got integrity as a real main, like one of my main values. So if you push that button and say you're not very integral or you haven't got integrity or you just care about yourself, that's a red rag to me, because I'm like, I go out of my way to be how I wanted to be treated when I was a kid, to be the adult I needed when I was a kid. So when people say, oh, you're not doing it, that's like, oh, it's like a knife to my heart. This guy doesn't even know me. And there was one guy sat on the front row who was tutting all the way through, and I was talking to teachers, and he said, it's not my job to love the kids, it's my job to teach. I give them tough love. And I said to him, you know, tough love probably works if you've got regular love at home, but if you haven't, tough love comes across as bullying. And I think that's what put his neck out of joint. I know why gave me a shitty thing, but that's the impact. I can choose to listen to that. And the impact that has on me, it makes me play a smaller game, turn the volume down on myself, stop showing up as Jazz. I let that happen. So I don't want you to look and say, oh, this is what confidence is, or this is what a good one looks like. This is what it looks like if you commit to the journey and you do the work. And the work is ask the questions. Get curious. Swap judgment of yourself and other people. Swap judgment for curiosity. It's not like when I was going on The Apprentice, I was like, I can't. I'd have to leave the house. What about the kids? What would I do? And my friend said to me, what would it look like if you could? I said, well, I'd have to get someone to help with the kids. Ed would have to be here. And then when I started talking about that, I was like, oh, it's all totally possible. So it's not about what you feel you can and can't do. Your garden of possibility is what's in here. The whole world exists out of there. Unless you've spoken an interview to every person on the planet. Have you? No? Well, there we go then. So your garden of possibility is yours. It's not everybody's. So I really, really encourage you to get on that 10% challenge. To go on it, do it, and engage in it. Because that is something that will give you a journey. And I'm here with you all the way. I'm going to go live every day. If you have a question, and you should have, pop it in the chat. Pop it in the chat. Pop it in the chat. Just do a comment. Pop it in the chat here so I can see it. And tomorrow's live, which is on my husband's birthday, I will answer some of your questions. Can I just say I'm really grateful for you? I know there's 12 of you watching this right now. And I really should say when I'm going live so more people can join. I'll go live. When will it'll be tomorrow. It'll be at 12 o'clock tomorrow. It'll be at 12 o'clock because my husband insists on going. He's an introvert. So I'm like, what do you want to do on your birthday? Should we do this? Should we do this? Should we do this? And he's like, I'd like to go and sit in the sauna on my own. Okay. But because I'm an extrovert, I want him to do party stuff. But that's him. I'm going to love him how he needs. So he's going to go and sit in the sauna and I'm not going to be a mardy cow about it. So that's my gift to him. But yeah, so tomorrow I'll be live at 12. I'm writing it down. 12 p.m. live. There we go. It's in the diary. If you have any questions, let me answer them. But I just feel very, very grateful that you would entrust the thing that's most precious to you, your life and the way you show up. You would entrust that to someone, that you would give someone a journey, you would allow someone to walk with you on that. I feel really grateful. You're awesome. Anyway, I said 5 minutes and it's been 17, so my husband's probably gone off now and started eating bagels somewhere without me. So I'm going to go find him. Happy Wednesday. It's the 5th. It's nearly Easter and Christmas, so happy, all the happies for all of those things. And I'll see you tomorrow at 12. I can't do the... What's this? I can't do that. I can do this. That's a dolphin. Tune in for your next animal impression tomorrow. Have a good day.